Hi, I'm Dr. Bob Wassman, Chief Medical Officer and Head of Clinical Development for MARAbio. Thank you for your interest in MARAbio and the MAR autism test. By now, you probably have some familiarity with our work, but before going further, it may be helpful to take a moment to align on basics behind the science and how this discovery has led to a breakthrough test. MARA, or MAR autism, stands for maternal autoantibody-related autism. It's a subtype of autism spectrum disorder that's estimated to represent as much as 20% of overall cases, or potentially 400,000 cases in the US alone. Compared with autism overall, the MARA subtype tends to result in more severe characteristics, including an increased risk for an intellectual disability diagnosis. Individuals with severe autism tend to be nonverbal and typically require more third-party care. Normally, the human body produces antibodies to fight off foreign threats that it encounters. Autoantibodies are a form of antibody produced by the immune system that mistakenly target and attack the body's own healthy tissues and cells. In this way, autoantibodies contribute to common autoimmune disorders, including rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and type 1 diabetes. Our founder, Dr. Judy Vanderwater's discoveries related to autism were made while working on a pilot grant project at UC Davis Mind Institute in 2000. She later published a scientific paper demonstrating clear linkages between the presence of certain autoantibodies within mothers and increased prevalence of autism in their biological children. Specifically, Dr. Vanderwater's work identified a group of autoantibodies that are differentially present in mothers of children with autism. Though not typically a health concern for the mother herself, the research found that these autoantibodies are able to pass through the placental wall, beginning around the 100th day of gestation, where they're able to disrupt neurodevelopment within the fetal brain, resulting in what's now termed MARA, or MAR autism. Continuing academic research studies suggest that MAR autism can result in higher severity of autism and also increased co-occurrence of intellectual disability. Multiple published academic studies demonstrate strong support for clinical utility, including, to date, over 1,300 autism cases and nearly 1,000 population controls have been studied epidemiologically. Consistently across these studies, these autoantibodies have been found in a subset of autism that represents approximately 20% of all cases. This prevalence is actually quite high and represents 5 to 10 times more cases than any other single causal factor in autism, for example, Fragile X syndrome. Studies show a very high specificity rate for the test, or said another way, there are very few false positives. Extensive work in animal models confirm a pathogenic effect of these autoantibodies in the offspring. This has potentially high relevance for mothers with an undiagnosed symptomatic child or mothers with a diagnosed child who are considering future pregnancies.